Hello everyone, and welcome to this lesson on configuring OpenOCD for Embedded RISC-V debugging. In the rapidly expanding world of embedded systems, RISC-V is emerging as a powerful and open instruction set architecture. To effectively develop and troubleshoot these systems, a robust debugging solution is essential. Today, we'll explore OpenOCD, an open-source on-chip debugger, and learn how to set it up to debug your RISC-V projects. We'll cover everything from its core components to practical configuration steps, ensuring you gain a solid understanding of how to leverage this invaluable tool. Whether you're a seasoned embedded engineer or new to RISC-V, this session will equip you with the knowledge to debug your hardware efficiently. Let's start by understanding what OpenOCD truly is. OpenOCD stands for Open On-Chip Debugger. It's a free and open-source software that provides debugging, in-system programming, and boundary scan testing for embedded target devices. At its core, OpenOCD acts as a bridge between your debugging software, typically GDB, and your target hardware. It does this by implementing a GDB server, allowing GDB to connect to it. OpenOCD then uses a JTAG or SWD interface to communicate with the debug capabilities of your microcontroller. The behavior of OpenOCD is highly configurable through a set of target configuration scripts, allowing it to support a vast array of microcontrollers and debug adapters. RISC-V is an open instruction set architecture that's rapidly gaining traction in the embedded space due to its flexibility and open nature. Unlike proprietary architectures, RISC-V offers unparalleled freedom for designers. This flexibility, however, also means a diverse range of implementations, each potentially with unique debugging requirements. This is where OpenOCD shines. Its highly configurable nature, driven by community contributions and an active development ecosystem, makes it an ideal, vendor-neutral tool for debugging various RISC-V cores. It provides a standardized, open-source approach to interfacing with the debug modules of different RISC-V implementations, ensuring that developers aren't locked into proprietary debug solutions. Before we dive into configuration, let's ensure we have all the necessary prerequisites. First, you'll need the riscv GNU toolchain, which includes the compiler, GCC, and the debugger, GDB, specific to RISC-V. Next, of course, is OpenOCD itself, which you'll need to compile from source or install via a package manager. Hardware-wise, a JTAG/SWD debug adapter is crucial. This is the physical link between your computer and the target. Common adapters include FT2232-based devices, ST-Link, or J-Link. Finally, you'll need a RISC-V development board that you wish to debug. Ensure all drivers for your debug adapter are correctly installed on your operating system. OpenOCD's power lies in its flexible configuration files, which are written in a TCL-based scripting language. Typically, you'll work with at least two main types of configuration files. The interface.cfg file defines your JTAG/SWD debug adapter, how OpenOCD communicates with the physical hardware. The target.cfg file describes your specific RISC-V microcontroller, including its core architecture, memory maps, and flash programming algorithms. Additionally, you might create custom project-specific.cfg files to combine these or add further commands pertinent to your application. Understanding how to structure and write these scripts is fundamental to effective debugging. The first critical step in configuring OpenOCD is to tell it which debug adapter you're using. This is done within the interface.cfg file. You'll specify the adapter driver using the interface driver command. For example, if you're using an FT2232-based adapter like an Olimex ARM USB TinyH, you'd use interface driver FT2232. You might also need to set the FT2232 device desk if your adapter has a specific description or serial number. Another important parameter is adapter KHZ, which sets the JTAG SWD clock speed, often starting with 1000 kHz and adjusting as needed for stability. Popular adapters also include ST-Link and J-Link, each having their specific driver commands. Once the adapter is configured, the next step is to define your RISC-V target microcontroller and the target.cfg file. This file specifies the core architecture, memory layout, and how to program its flash. You typically start by setting a target name. For instance, set_target name riscv-5.cpu. Then you use the target create command to instantiate the riscv core, defining parameters like endianness and chain position. Flashbanks are defined using flashbank, which tells OpenOCD about the memory regions available for programming. Many riscv development boards come with pre-made target.cfg files, but understanding their structure is vital for customization or supporting new hardware. With your interface.config and target.config files ready, you're set to launch OpenOCD. From your terminal, you'll execute a command like openocd-f interface.config-f target.config. OpenOCD will start, typically reporting that it's listening on port 3333 for GDB connections and listening on port 4444 for Telnet connections. The GDB port 3333 is what your debugger will connect to. In a separate terminal, or your IDE, you can then launch GDB and connect to OpenOCD using the command target_remote:3333. This establishes the communication bridge, allowing GDB to send debugging commands to your riscv board via OpenOCD and your debug adapter. Once GDB is connected, you have access to a powerful set of debugging commands. You can set breakpoints at specific lines of code using break main or any function name to pause execution. To resume execution after a breakpoint or a halt, use continue. For stepping through your code line by line, step will enter functions, while next will step over them. To inspect the value of variables, simply type print variable name. And if you need to see the current state of the processor, info registers will display all CPU registers. These basic commands form the backbone of any debugging session and are essential for isolating and fixing issues in your embedded RISC-V applications. Debugging is rarely a smooth process without its hiccups. Common troubleshooting areas include connection issues, double-check your cables, power supply to the board, and debug adapter. Configuration errors, such as typos in your interface.cfg or target.cfg files, are also frequent. OpenOCD's logoutput -l output.log option is invaluable here. For advanced users, OpenOCD offers powerful capabilities like custom commands defined in your config files, RTOS awareness for debugging multitasking applications, and extensive scripting with TCL for automating complex debug routines. Mastering these advanced features can significantly enhance your debugging efficiency. Thank you for joining me today.